Finally, the last component of the syllabus are just going to be a few miscellaneous items as well as a schedule that we're going to be working with for the semester. So attendance policy. Attendance, of course, is not going to be tracked on an online course, but it is going to be in your best interest to maintain constant and daily access to the course. It's exactly how you're going to maintain full understanding of the course materials and do the best that you can in terms of the class and in terms of your final grades. I am of the mindset of if you want to be here, you'll be here, and you'll do exactly what you want to do when it comes to your own decision. So it is your responsibility to make sure that you are understanding the material and that you have access to the course, and you'll do exactly that if you want to achieve the highest scores possible. The Economics Tutoring Center, I'm not sure if this is going to be open throughout the semester, but if it is another resource for you guys to go ahead and use if you need further understanding of economics topics. Basically, if you don't like me and you just are afraid of talking with me for some strange reason, you can go to the Economics Tutoring Center. It's located in VH 136. Open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And basically, you can go in that center to get help with any economics questions that you may have for principles classes to intermediate classes, for graduate level classes as well. There are always going to be economics PhD students that are available to assist you. Course requirements, the only things that you need in order to take this class is going to be a computer or laptop with webcam and microphone access, internet access, and photo identification. There's nothing else needed in order to complete the class. There are no course prerequisites. You don't need a lot of mathematical knowledge. You don't need calculus. You don't need to understand differential equations, even though economics is a very highly mathematical subject. You can get by with simple high school algebra and a little bit of understanding of how mathematics works, so orders of operation. Typically, we should be using calculus in economics classes, especially in these principles classes, but we can get by without using it, so there are no prerequisites in order for you to take these particular classes. Here are a few dates in terms of the semester, a few of the key dates. This is when classes are going to begin. Do keep that in mind in terms of if you want to drop the class without incurring additional fees, etc., etc. I have worked the schedule, so we will be working around these holidays here. So Labor Day, Veterans Day, Thanksgiving. I have worked the schedule so that nothing will be due on these particular days. So we are very thankful that we are in the fall semester right now because essentially we get hit with a lot of holidays. Academic dishonesty, essentially what this paragraph says is please don't lie to me or please don't cheat. If you happen to lie to me or if you happen to cheat, that means I will destroy you. So basically, just don't go down that path and we'll be good to go when it comes to this regard. Disability Resource Center, so the DRC. If you have a documented disability and you need some additional accommodations, you should be getting in touch with the DRC located in GC 190 as soon as you can. Basically, you will provide the DRC with a list of your disabilities. You'll provide them with your paperwork, and then the DRC will get in touch with me in order to get the accommodations that you need for this particular class. Do note that I cannot provide you with these accommodations until you get in touch with the DRC, so that is something that you need to do right away. And then here we have religious observance. If there is a holiday that you need to observe for religious purposes, let me know, and if an exam or assignment is in conflict with these dates, we can easily work something out with that. College of Business, academic standards. This is one of the 7 classes considered to be a common prerequisite course if you are considering to join the College of Business. Basically, all this means is that in order for you to join the College of Business, you need a 2.5 or higher GPA when it comes to these 7 classes right here. And you also need at least a C in order for you to continue on with the business major. So here we have principles of macroeconomics, principles of microeconomics. You need at least a C in order to get credit for this class and continue on with the College of Business. And also a cumulative 2.5 GPA with these 7 classes right here. Next page, basically a very condensed and shortened version of all the assignments and exams that you need to go ahead and take along with their due dates. So 10 assignments, 4 exams, we've already covered that. This just gives you a little bit more of an explicit idea of the dates that they're due as well as the times. All assignments are going to be due at 10 p.m. Exams, we've extended that out for you to submit until 11:30. And then finally here we have the schedule that we are going to be working with for the class. Like I said, it is going to be a very good idea for you to go ahead and follow the schedule, get into some type of routine. While this is an online class, that gives you a little bit of flexibility and when you want to sort of access the course and sort of view the materials. I am going to go ahead and follow this schedule right here because maintaining a regular routine is going to be in the best interest, especially when it comes to economics, because there are a lot of topics and concepts that we do need to cover. I have worked it as a Monday, Wednesday, sort of Friday schedule. So on Monday, this is exactly what you should be doing. On Wednesday, that's what you should be doing. On Friday, this is what you should be doing, etc., etc. Or if you want to wait until Saturday, Sunday to do all of this, that's perfectly fine as well. However, do note, like we said before, do not wait until the very last minute because that is a recipe for disaster. If you don't want to do anything for the first 4 weeks, hey, that's on you. That's what you want to do. But if you wait until the 4th week to do all 4 of these chapters and hopes that you're going to do very well on exam number 1, that's probably not going to be the case. So essentially, follow the schedule right here. Do exactly what you should be doing in terms of the schedule, and you won't overwhelm yourself, and you'll be good to go for the assignments and exams. These exam review days or these buffer days, these are days that I sort of work in my in-person classes. Basically, it helps with scheduling a little bit. Basically, it just gives us a day of respite, and basically it just tells us that if I'm a little bit too sick to teach, if there's inclement weather that prevents me from going on campus, if there's bad traffic, if I'm a little bit too hungover or too high to teach on a particular day, basically we'll just go ahead and eat up these days, and there's going to be nothing wrong with the schedule. It typically happens in a in-person sort of class. It could happen in an online class as well. We don't know what we're doing at home with all this sort of free time that we may have on our hands. But basically, these are just days that I've worked into the particular schedule just to make sure that we don't become overwhelmed with day after day after day of talking about economics. So here, I've worked in 2 buffer days just to give us a little bit of that respite. So 16 weeks. This is the schedule that we're going to be following. 10 assignments, 4 exams. Be sure to adhere to these deadlines because they are strict and you should be following along with that. And the last introduction video for this semester, we're going to go ahead and take a look at exactly a few tips that you should be following, as well as what you should be doing in order to get the highest possible score and grades for this class, as well as a little bit of grade distribution for my classes.